welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we'll be learning all about React. What is React? React is a JavaScript library used to build user interfaces for websites and web apps, and it basically helps developers create interactive and dynamic web pages easily. So in this video, it is basically a beginner's introduction to React, and I will be teaching you on how to get started with React. So the first steps is to set up a React environment, and you have to download Node.js from the official Node.js website. So let's get started with the installation. So I've downloaded the Node.js file already. All we just have to do is, this is the setup wizard for the Node.js, so all we just have to do is install it. Let's install it. So now we're done installing the Node.js setup. So the next step for us will be to create a React app, and we can easily use the create React app to quickly set up our new React project. So all we just have to do is to go to the command prompt, then type in npx create React. Enter and wait for it to be created. So basically, the npx runs the create React app package without installing it globally. Then my app is basically the project's folder name. So okay, to proceed, you just have to just press Y. It's still creating, and we'll just have to wait for it to finish loading. It takes a couple of minutes to install successfully. So now the setup is complete. I think the setup is complete. Yeah. So all we just have to do right now is to navigate to our project folder. With, remember, our project name was my app. So we just have to type cd my app and click enter. We're in the project folder right now. So the next step after this one is to basically start the development server, and we have to run this command to start the server. Simple: npm start. So we just have to wait, and it has successfully started. Will allow access if some in some PCs your Windows Defender firewall might block some of the features. So all we just have to do right now is to allow access and just wait for it to load. So here we go. We have successfully started our app. So right here we can see there are some problems, there are some errors with the app. So all we just have to do is to fix it. The error we actually saw was due to the fact that there was a missing module called web vitals. So right now, to resolve this error and start our React app successfully, all we just have to do is to install the missing module. So we go back to our command prompt, then navigate to the project terminal of our folder. That is my app. Remember, we named it my app. So cd my app and click on enter. Then we run this command to install the web vitals module. So all we just have to do is type in npm install web vitals and press enter, and we just wait for it to install successfully. Okay, right now it says added one package to address all issues, including breaking change. Run npm audit fix first. So let's check if there's any further issues by running npm audit, or we'll just address all the issues by running this command right here: npm audit fix. So this command right here is meant to address any other pending issue we might have while running the app. So all we just have to do right now is to wait for it to install successfully. So now that we have fixed some of the pending vulnerabilities and issues, let's try restarting our server. But as you can see here, there are still about 8 vulnerabilities, but we have to start the React app and check first. So we just have to type npm start and just wait for it. Wait for it to load. And there we have it. Our React app has successfully been loaded. So basically, these errors can vary from environment to environment. It depends on the environment you install your React. So in case you encounter any error, there is always a fix for that. You might install the React app and you might not encounter any error. But in case you encounter any error, just follow the steps and check on how to resolve the error. But for now, our React app is loading correctly. So right now, all we have to do is navigate to the folder where we created our first React app. You can basically search for it on the file explorer, my app. Remember, our folder name was my app, so here is mine here. And all we just have to do right now is to check the src file. Let's navigate to the src file. Then we'll find a file named app.js. Yeah, app.js. But instead of us to go through this way to edit it, let's just use our code editor to edit it. So all we just have to do is just open my app. Then we can open with our Visual Studio Code. Just wait for it to open. Yes, and this is it. So navigate to the src folder, then app.js. So this is basically our structure. We have the public, we have the src, we have the app.css, we have the app.js, index.css, index.js, and so many more. So let's just create something. Let's just create our first React app. So okay, as we get started, so this is our div class. We can decide to just add an header inside a div, then brace h1 hello React. And we can also decide to add our paragraph. Remember, this edit code and save to reload, it's in a paragraph. If we go back to our React app, we will see this edit src app and stop. So we can also decide to change the paragraph. Let's change the paragraph. Let's change the paragraph. Hey guys, guess what? So we can decide to check. All we just have to do is reload. Let's check it. Fail to save app, insufficient permissions. So I guess you just have to retry as admin. Run it as an admin. Okay, perfect. So I guess it has saved right now. So all we just have to do is go back. As you can see, guys, we have our first React app. We can decide to remove all of this and put in something new, or we can just decide to put our paragraph here. So we can go back, then add, let's say, another paragraph here. Let's name it P1. Hey guys, welcome to first React app. Then we go back, save as administrator, then we go back, and it's automatically saves. It saves automatically. And if we want to decide to say probably remove the React logo and stuff, we can just decide to just either remove it completely or can just decide to remove it completely. Remove the header completely. Then okay, we try as admin. Then go back. As you can see, it has been removed. So this is our basic React app. So in my next video, I will be going more deeper into this React app. So before we finally end this section, I would also love to reiterate that if we are saving any of this, we have to always run it as administrator. We have to grant our PC an administrative access to our folder before we'll be able to run it successfully. If not, we might not be able to run it successfully. So even if we go back, we can return it and try to save it. Fail to save app, insufficient permissions. As you can see, we try as administrator. We have to set it to always run as an administrator. So retry, then we go back, and you can see it is here, back here. So to actually ensure that your file or any code saves automatically, especially in Visual Studio Code, you have to change folder permissions. You navigate to the folder where your app is, then right click on the folder, select properties. After you select properties, you go to the security tab, then click on edit button under the group or username. And if depending on the username your system is saved with, like mine was actually, there was no username, so just Windows. So I clicked on Windows, then I checked the box for write permissions. So that's basically it. So after that, you just restart your Visual Studio Code, open the folder in your Visual Studio Code, and you can now make changes to your app without any saving issue or without having to save your code as administrator every time. Easy. So I've done mine already, so all I just have to do is just press up, then go back, or let's just make a change here. And as you can see, it has reflected. So this is basically it, how to create your first React app as a beginner. In my other video, like I said earlier, we are going to dive in deeper and explore more projects. Thank you for watching, and kindly subscribe to my channel. Cheers.